2. Hey folks, we're live. Am I in focus? It's hard to tell. I think this light's a little bit too bright actually. Let's dim this a little bit. Yeah, that's probably better. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, I wonder if my ceiling lamp is a little bit too bright. Yeah, I feel that's a lot better. Cool. Hope everyone's had a good week this week. My week's been pretty good. Can't complain. Progress has been made on the things that need progress. So that's all that matters. We're going to be looking at the Unity project I'm working on. My silly little game. And I'm thinking I need to... Well, there's a few things I can do. I can either write the dialogue for the intro, or we can work on some of the feedback that was given to us by let's find where it was. Cobbler, there we go. Yeah, Cobbler's feedback. We could work on Cobbler's feedback today. Because what was it? Catapult rotation sound effect. Sound effect for rotating the catapult. That'd be quite interesting to do. So like a cracking kind of like sort of creaking sound as it's being rotated. Damage display. Show the amount of damage dealt directly on the affected block. The thing is with that one, each block only has basically one hit point. So unless I change it so you have to hit it multiple times. But at the moment everything has one hit point, so that's... So randomizing pitch and use multiple variations of sound effects. Yeah, so again, sound effects I need to work on. Bank shop bonus. So I suppose if we're rewarding points, I could reward points, not just time. When extra points, projectile pass through holes, windows. Yeah, so if I implement a points system, there's a few things I can do there, but there's currently no points as much as just completion. Hidden controls, hide controls on screen at the bottom, make them accessible through menu. So that's something we could do. We could have a button that shows and hides the UI at the bottom. That's quite easy to do. Hint issue, when projectile hits a wall and the player clicks hints, damage does not register. Yeah, that one's got to be a bit of testing. Balance limitations, hint usage cost. So yeah, so we could limit the hint to a percentage. So once you've covered a percentage, then the hint becomes active. Tree collision sound effects. Yeah, sound effects again for the trees. Cost. Okay, so if we do implement a points system, we can then use those points to spend on unlocking the projectiles rather than just being immediately available. Guide limitation. Aiming guide should only be available for first 3 shots. So I think that's kind of just adding elements of difficulty, I suppose. Challenge, there you go, better word. Elements of challenge to the game. And adding sound effects. So challenge and sound effects. And hiding the UI. So we could look at gameplay today, because I've been working on this this intro for a little while now. And I think I've pretty much got it cracked. pretty much. The text box, the speech bubbles above my head still need tweaking. But could do with looking at probably another time. I don't want to spend too much time on stream doing one thing because you just be tuning in to see me do the same things over and over. So let's switch over to the main screen. And we'll work on gameplay elements today, I think. So we've been working on this for a little while. But we'll come back to that. So, because if I improve the gameplay, I may even make it like a third level. The thing is, I don't want to make too many levels before I got the actual gameplay feeling kind of locked down. So it's once that's the feeling of the gameplay is locked down, then it's easy just to keep making levels on top of that. But yeah, a point system could be interesting though. It could make more fun things with points. Let's go to scenes. Go to level 1, and we will we'll actually use some gameplay stuff. It's been a little while since we worked on gameplay. Mainly because wanting feedback really, just wanting to make sure the game feels good before continuing. Hopefully the music's not too loud on the backgrounds. And I could do something like shaders and stuff to kind of like give us a little bit more interesting depth to it. Do you have a speaker down there? There's a speaker. Because I could even change what this building looks like. It doesn't have to look like this. I could probably do with redoing the trees as well. So trees have got these got these little pivot anchors. But we can redo the trees at some point. Just kind of tweak how the trees work. So one of the feedbacks are sound effects of the trees. So we do have a script here. So the actual tree axe script. So on collision, wobble tree. If wobble tree, move tree. So I wrote this in code, the actual movement of the tree, but that was before I learned animation, so I could animate the tree. In this case, just play animation then. We'll come back to that. If we redo the tree, we'll redo that. But at the moment, this works. So on collision, I just need to play a sound. So let's make a new function down here. Public void. Do a void for now in case we want to do a. Yeah, I think a void would be fine. Don't need to actually return anything. Play tree hit. And we'll put that in here. So on the collision, play tree hit. Give that a save. So on the tree being hit, it will play the tree hit. So in here, we wanted to interact with probably some sort of sound effects. So Oh yeah, we need to wait for it to compile. Yeah, I know you can turn this off, and you guys can't see it on stream, but it pops up with like reloading domain, compiling, and all this every time I touch the scripts. This can be turned off, but it means I have to manually do what it does automatically, and if I don't do it and forget, then... Right, so down here we have sound effects. So I could load a tree sound effect into here and then trigger it off. So if we look at sound effect scripts, play rock hit, play castle fall, so SFX, okay, so basically yeah, create sound effects. So we're probably better off we grab that, go to the tree, and then we want a play tree hit actually in here. Save all those, come back to here and go play tree hit. Okay, so that will load that up and play tree hit. Now I'm going to copy this into there. So sound effect castle fall. So we need to make a sound effect. I suppose castle fall the only sound effect we've got so far. I think it is. Then I've got rock attributes in there, probably for the different sounds. I think the sounds are locked into the rock attributes. So let's have a quick look in there. I think that's how that is. Yeah, so that grabs the sound effect from the attribute and then plays that sound effect. Okay. That is as I would expect. So sound effect, tree hit, and drop that into there. Save. Greetings, my friends. That yes, the one friend just got banned on Twitch. Oh no, I'm sad. I like to stream. Sorry to hear that. But I suppose it's probably inevitable. But greetings anyway. I hope you're well apart from that. Hey, E. Baxter, how's it going? Hi, hi. Good to see you. Yes, it was inevitable. It was a good run. So whether that was bots or whether someone accidentally stumbled upon their stream and went, oh, this is weird, and reported it. But it does show you can't be too careful. Because even if you've got no one watching, it's still at risk. No clue, but it was full on hentai, yes. Yeah, so it's either, I don't know if Twitch has bot scanning channels. I know YouTube does. And that YouTube will pull a stream down very quickly if it picks up as something. Same with videos. 6 viewers before you got banned. Nice, 6 viewers is pretty decent. Good, thanks. Glad to hear you, Baxter. Joel Slayer, how's it going? Hentai, did you say? Been summoned. How is everyone? Doing good, E. Baxter. Doing good. How are you, Joel Slayer? It's good to see you as well. Furry hentai. Yeah. So, it's either... I don't know enough about Twitch's automated systems to know whether it is being more reliant on a human clicking report, and again whether that report is an instant ban or whether a Twitch moderator comes in and has a look at the stream. Speaking of hentai, I'm wearing a hentai slam shirt. Oh, nice. Hey Lisa, I sell emotes. Sell the best emotes. There they are. All those awesome emotes. I'm good too. Just seeing what you're up to. Yeah, up to. Cool. Been doing nerdy stuff. Gorepot. Yes, I recall that one. I almost threw up 3 times this evening. Oh no. Oh dear. I'm sorry to hear that, Lisa. Hopefully it's a temporary thing, not an illness coming on. How are you? I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. It's been a good week. It's been a good day. Yes, it's from today. I'd be surprised if you didn't. Furry hentai streams were really something. Well, that's unpleasant for you. Yeah, it is. Is it the Gorepot one I actually saw today? My concept of time and space doesn't always line up. T-shirts. Oh yes, yeah, that's the one you showed today. That is an awesome designer. It's temporary. Temporary thing only happens when there's one streams that okay. I'm glad to hear it's temporary. Yeah, it's not a fun activity, I'd say. Yes, the Gorepot one with the gored naked boob anime girl with weed growing out of her wounds. That's pretty brutal, that is. I don't think you can get more metal than that. Gotta love slam metal designs. Yeah, that's it certainly grabs attention. Right, I have saved that. Come back to here. We're working on my silly little game today. We're having a look at Cobbler's feedback to see if we could make some improvements to our gameplay. So one of the feedback was sound effects. There's not a lot of sound effects in the game. I've mainly focused on mechanics, which is a pretty decent place to start with on the game. But at the moment the trees don't give any audio feedback. They just have a visual feedback when they are hit. So we could do with having some feedback on the trees. So we need to have a sound effect. Where have I put my sound effects? Prefabs audio? Did I put in music? Is it prefab audio? Materials, inputs, images, audio, right at the top there, of course. A for audio. Right, so I need to drop in a sound that a tree would make when it's been hit with a large rock. So effectively it's a wood slam, isn't it? Kind of like a... I do have a drop wood sound effect here. Do we have a play button I can listen to this? Because I could drop this in as a temporary... So what's this one? Debris breaking. But then it depends. Do I want the sound of just the tree being hit, or the... But a tree's not going to make a sound when it wobbles. There's no such sound for trees wobbling. It's probably like a swishy sound if the leaves are swishing the wind. But we can put the drop wood into... So if I drag that into here, so we've got the drop wood into there, and we go back to creaking. Creaking is a good sound, yes. Should we find a sound effect for creaking? Let's yeah, because I want to put it in there really. I'm going to have him stream on joystick TV from now on. Oh yeah, it's going to be far safer for him on joystick. That's a none. And then Jawslayer likes Scorpot as well. He's into it because of me. Ah, interesting. Now I'm going to do a Google for a creaking wood sound. Let's bring up my browser window. That one? Ah, perfect. Still have my search for medieval shoes from Wednesday. Just shows that I don't actually shut my computer down or pretty much close anything, because I built my computer in such a way that it just handles all the bullshit I give it. But the side effects for that, I just don't bother cleaning up after myself. Right, medieval shoe sound effect. Now, I was looking up what medieval shoes look like on Wednesday, but a medieval shoe sound effect would be interesting for the players walking, or the characters going. Sound of leather slapping stone. Free sound effects. Wood creak. Where's creaking? See what Google comes up with. Wood creaking sound effect royalty free. Do I have to pay for these? Let's go mute that. Can I listen to this? Oh yes. Probably needs to be a bit more involved. It's probably not even loud enough to come through on stream that. Kind of that one. Pixabay is a good website for sound effects. Oh, I did see that coming from the list. Oh, that's a weird one. It sounds like it's coming from over there. That's good for a horror game, that one. Because that's playing from over here, which is weird. Everything else was playing from my headphones. One I've just clicked on played from behind me. Ah, that's freaky. I'm just going to put the volume up on this and see if you guys can hear it as well. Right, I'm going to play it again. It might be useful if I ever do horror, but yeah, let's check out Pixabay, because I did see that on the list. Pixabay. Creaking wood. That would be quite good, I suppose. I'm guessing what I'm going to have to do with any of these is take it into Audacity and do a quick edit. Things for you guys, it probably just sounds like silence because my OBS is so low in the audio. So let's get Audacity up and drag in a couple of these to play with. And can we capture Audacity? And let's bring it down here. Cool. Go Audacity. And let's grab one of these creaking sound effects. Dog walk time, okie dokie. I'll see you shortly. I'm quite liking this one. Let's grab that. Where's Audacity? There it is. Drag it into there. Yeah, be right back, okie dokie. Right, what we're going to have to do is, for starters, make this a bit louder. Let's amplify this. This way it's creaking, but it's almost got a sound of like air, as if it's being pushed with something, with a cushioning in it, like maybe like a shoe. I like this section here, so we'll grab that. And probably have a solid hit. We want a hit sound followed by a creak, I'd say. Yeah, I like. Or maybe nails for a hammer. How about this? There's two sharper sounds. I like that one's a bit more of a deeper sound. Let's grab that one, drag that into Audacity. We'll solo this one. There's that one there I like. Let's grab that. Well, what's this one at the end? Ooh, this one's not bad. Yeah, let's go for that first one. And we'll make that a little louder. Probably can do with reducing the time before then. Can't hear the sound effects, dude. Yeah, probably need to put my let's put it up on OBS there. That's probably a bit louder for you guys. I think that would work. Probably reduce that a little. And as it's so quiet, I could probably do with amplifying the whole thing a bit more. And try that. Let's export that. Export the audio. and we'll just call that tree hit MP3 and drop it into the game. Cool, and where's my sound effects audio? There it is. Let's see where I put it. Game dev files. There it is, tree hit, drag that in. Now I have a tree hit sound. Make sure the sound effect prefab is open, go back to audio, drag the tree hit into there. Drag it into the editing pass through. Cool, that's in there. So we can try seeing if that works. Just going to save the game and we'll run it. We're going to turn down this here because it might blast everyone's ears. Yeah, I feel that works to a degree. Probably need to shorten the creaking. It works well, it does, doesn't it? But yeah, it just needs to, the creaking probably. The creaking doesn't work with the current animation, but then just said the same to you, Baxter. Awesome. Yeah, because I want to redo the animation of the tree. Cause the way the trees move, it's a calculation and not an animation. Need to shorten the creak a touch. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go back into Audacity. Where is it? There it is. So it probably only needs to come to about here. Let's try that. Let's go export. Overwrite last one. Go back to here. Now can I delete that and drag it back in. Yeah, it's still there. Awesome. Right, let's see how that works. Probably still needs to be a little bit shorter. Let's take it down a little bit more. Probably to there. Maybe not so much. Maybe there. Let's try it there. Yeah, sounds alright. Let's try that one. Because I can always modify the animation to fit the sound. Because the animation is quite, to excuse the pun, the animation is a little bit wooden at the moment. So we could do with a little bit more of a smoother animation. Let's delete that. Bring it back in. Let's resave the project. Right. As long as it's close, then it's final tweaks then. Now, can I get to ricochet off multiple trees? Yay. So if I implement a point system, I can probably give you points for the trees. If you don't want it to stop dead, the sound... I like it. You don't want it to stop dead the sound because the tree will keep moving. True. Yeah, so what I'd like the tree to do is kind of like swing, have a wider swing when it's first hit, but then wobble a little bit and then kind of settle. That's what I'd like the tree to actually do. But what I've done at the moment is I've told the tree to kind of angle itself so far, straighten itself up, angle itself the other way, and then straighten up again. So it's not a very, it's just kind of like a couple of swings and then straightens up. But it would be nice if it kind of wobbles and then settles. So I could do that as an animation instead, rather than it doing a very mechanical looking. But we can go back and change the sound later. For now we actually have a sound in place. But I like it. It's a thing. It's a thing that wasn't a thing, but now it's a thing. Cool. That's one checked off the list. So I'm looking at the list in my game dev channel in my Discord. Feedback by the Cobbler. So what was that? So number 9 on his list was tree collision sound effects, which I agree with. It makes it more fun. Not only seeing the tree move, but hearing it do a thing. Rotation sound effects. So when we rotate the trebuchet, probably like a sound of a squeaky wheel, maybe a slightly creaky, squeaky wheel as it's moving left and right. So we could probably have a look for something similar to that. Where is camera pivot is where I'll put it. So that is the trebuchet there. And we've got the Trebuchet code. Let's have a quick look at what that is. So we've got launch. We've got fire animation. There's not really a Trebuchet, is it? I'm back. Welcome back. Hope it was a good walk. Hi back, Mum. Like it. Silver lining of things is that on joystick he promises to go full out. Wow. New streams. Gonna be majestic. I think he's gonna flourish on joystick. It sounds like it's the right community for him to kind of do his thing. Twitter's got more lenient over the years, but it's still want to see. No, I think I'm good. I think my life will not improve by seeing. Some kind of prude. I like what I like, and I don't think I like that. Launch in progress. So I don't think it's a Trebuchet controller we need to look at. I think it's the camera pivots. There it is. There's this script here. I don't like it either for the like factor, but for the shock factor. Yeah, I don't think I need shocking either. If I ever feel like I need a shock, I will know where to go. Like joystick in general, I've literally opened it once when you mentioned it, and then I've not gone back. So rotate left, rotate right. Effectively, I could this transfer and rotate. I could standardize that a little. Camera rotational position. That just grabs it. Want to know something funny? Sure. So on joystick there's this naked lady playing some game, tits out and all. And at first it was shocking weird. But at some point I started talking to her. And after a while I forgot she was naked. We're just talking. Yeah, I suppose you kind of desensitize yourself, don't you, to a certain degree. Like, okay, this isn't a shock thing anymore. It's like, well, this is just happening. And you just can't go over it, I suppose. Got used to the situation. It was just very friendly and funny lady. Yeah. I can understand that. No, they're still people. Yeah, some people, yeah, just have a camera, some avatars, some have their tits out. I suppose if the whole point of it is not to be sexual as a direct kind of means, and it's just they want to be able to stream topless. Probably, obviously, streaming topless is a draw towards certain viewership anyway, but. The same goes to there's a lot of women that are large chested, and no matter what they wear, they're still going to draw audiences if the camera basically goes below the neckline. There's nothing they can really do about it. Did you listen to the new Grimpap OA? I'd say it's one of the heaviest and darkest releases so far. You can really hear I was heavy into dubstep creation this year while still feeling Witch House. I did. I put it into my basket to purchase, but I got waylaid with work stuff. Didn't actually click buy. It's in my basket on the Bandcamp. Very cool stuff. I enjoyed it very much. I think it's definitely Definitely some of the best stuff. Yeah, I'm going to standardize this because that's the same. That's the same code, bar the 20 minus 20. So let's put a little function here. And then we'll grab some sounds. Also, who is Grimpath? I don't know. It's an anonymous project since 2014. Yeah. Don't know. Whoever they are, they make good music. Okay, so rotate around target. So if I grab, let's grab that one. And we want to make this 20 into it's an int. In 32, call it deg. And then we'll just do that with 20 as a degree, and we'll comment that one out. And on this one, we'll do minus 20. There you go, so we've only got one line of code here which we can modify, and it gets called twice. But did you get the notification on new release from last week? I did. I saw it twice. I was confused by that. It was a split album. Is that what it would be called? Oh, that was Under a Torch Sky in March, which is noise. Don't listen to that. I did actually listen to it. They had some kind of element of beauty in amongst that noise. Only the Under the Tortured Sky in March section. The other section I didn't listen to. Well, I tried to, then immediately switched off. So there are two levels. There is. Did you try 24-hour release? I did not. No. No, because the other one was shorter. I thought I'd listen to that, and I was listening to it while I worked. And I went, "Oh, is that it?" I was expecting a bit more. Until they hit the other split of it. Yeah, I liked the split album. The 24 I didn't listen to, so I can't tell you. Really? Yeah. Who likes noise? To be honest, I got a friend who does noise as well, and I It's not quite as... It's more kind of orchestrating the sounds as opposed to getting the harshest kind of sound out of it. It's more kind of like putting it through processors and trying to get sounds that you wouldn't normally hear. So it's not quite as harsh, but he likes to go for like really modulated sounds. And he's got a room full of a lot of expensive sound creating modulating devices. There's no music on at the moment because I was listening to sound effects, but I could grab that one. Bandcamp. Let's actually open the album, please. I suppose it doesn't keep your basket, does it? Because I probably added it to the basket and it's gone again. Okay. We're in DMCA strike. You might like it. It's way heavier than Witch House albums. Older Witch House, but still Witch House. I certainly like it. Very cool stuff. Take it down a little bit. You understand there's a lot of dubstep in my DNA now, I can't get out. Yeah, you've been bitten by it. It's a very addictive genre. They even tried just wanting to make regular Witch House. What's I've been told? There this is. I like it. That's good stuff. Right, let's make a private void play rotate SFX. Oops. It means error of God. Oh. Okay, so let's go play a sound effect every time it actually loops around the rotation. So we now need to add something to the sound effects. Oh, not even 2014. Sorry, I mean the Anonymous Artist released it first of this in 2013. Oh, that's some time ago, that is. I honestly had no idea what Witch House was until I heard Grimpath. If you like, try sidewalks and skeletons, say them. Ooh. Fraunhofer diffraction, rituals, all great produced in genre. Awesome, I will check those. Alright, we're going to have to find a squeak sound effect. Oh, so it be metal. That's just a regular squeak. Oh, thank God, I thought that was a glitch in the upload. Just adding DJ sound effects. Why is there so many metal squeak sounds? Tricycle wheel. That could work, I suppose. We'll download that one. I agree. When gears go. I am going to grab that. I'm going to save this as a project. Not as... not on my desktop, thank you. We'll save it into game dev. Go new file. Right, so we have a new sound effect. Song 5 is my favourite, by the way. You know I'm free. Cool. Void Sacrament. Ooh. Went to firearms store today. Ooh, nice. Go to is it purely for looking, or were you looking to get some more stuff for the shooting range? Games and tutorials, how's it going? It's good to see you again. Hope you've been well. I like that bit there. Let's grab this. Delete that beginning. Probably do making it a little bit louder. Yes, need a second lockable pistol case. My father needed a light to put on his head during dog walk. He walks through pitch black forest with Uno at 7 AM. Sick of carrying a light in one hand. Yeah, head torches are great. I've got one in my car. I've taken it to festivals with me because when you're trying to walk through, I'm not sure of any festivals anyone else has been to has been like this, but the Download Festival, they have bright flood lamp like lights. So everything's illuminated, but the shadows it casts is horrendous. So you can only see where the light's pointing and everywhere else is just dark. So I end up having to have a head torch to kind of see my way through the tents. So it's been useful for that. Exactly my experience, yes. So over there, they've got some military hunter stuff that's better than normal ones. Has 100 hours of power in it. Nice. Yeah, this one's only got probably only a few hours, and you have to plug a little USB cable in to charge it up. But yeah, it's in my car because the amount of times I go, I need to start looking for something, and it's easier just to put the torch on your head. Yeah, it's fine. We go to download one time a year. Has to use it every day. It's so true. Yes. Oh, he's back. Welcome back, Lisa. Yeah, I think about getting myself another one because it's not massively bright, but you can kind of see enough of what you're doing, and it's better than trying to hold something. Still sell emotes. You sell the best emotes. I like this track as well. Having that solid 4 to the floor kind of beat. That it's very DJ friendly. This track. No, not for long. Get your remote deals now. Try a new marketing trick. Yeah, all the best marketing outlets tell you that the availability is scarce, and if you don't buy it now, you will never buy it. It's extremely limited. I did pick out a new air rifle I want to buy soon to use on my property. Well, still working towards firearm license. Thank you. I was a bit inspired by Psytrance for this. Awesome. Yeah, I like Psytrance. I don't listen to enough of it. I mean, the artist was, yes. Yeah, Grim Path was definitely inspired by Psytrance. Yeah. But yeah, I might try DJing some of it. I want to start DJing. I need to clear all the... I've got loads of crap over there. So I need to clear that off, get the DJ stuff back up and running. And yes, just mess around. I think if I try and force myself into like doing a full DJ set, it's more daunting. But if I just say, well, I'm just going to mess around on the decks for an hour or so, and I'll stream it. And if anyone wants to hang out and do that. But yeah, I can probably mix songs like this then. Without the fear of going, oh, I don't want to mess up the whole DJ set. I've sent it you. Awesome, thank you. Oh, that is nice. Yeah, I think that definitely suits you as well. I can see you with that. Fully legal without license. It can shoot through walls. Nice. That's crazy. That kind of power. This is funky, this one. It's your favourite track in it, number 5. Void Sacrament. Oops, bring that back up. Thank God Dutch have no power regulation on air rifles, other countries do. It's us in the US who don't. Oh. Yeah, I know the UK is pretty locked down on what you can have. Like, guns aren't illegal in the UK, as long as you have the right kind of checks and paperwork and all this. But it's so hard to get a gun legally, and the rules around it is that, well, it kind of puts most people off that process unless you really need it. And as soon as you're spotted in public with a gun, that's it, you have like armed police around you. My dream rifle is in the plan for over 4 year with proper license that can shoot through concrete wall at 1 kilometer and explode the head of a person. Need 4 years of license for that one. I guess, yeah, you would have to, I suppose. Just to guarantee you don't start anything crazy. Did touch it today. I was just hanging there on the wall. I bet you like Gollum with the One Ring. It's just kind of like you shall have it. It shall be ours. It's pricey, I bet. I have no idea the price of guns, but I'm guessing the more powerful and the better build, obviously the more expensive. It's the designated sniper rifle from the Finnish army. Wow. We're going to go with this for the moment. We'll see how it sounds, and then we'll tweak it a few times. Wheel squeak export. It depends. The one I want to buy over 1 year will cost me around €600, but you can get an assault rifle over here for €400. Be trash. Okay. It is a marvel how expensive guns actually are. I'm looking down though, that's why I can't find it. €600 is going to be a pistol. Nice. Our way of shooting sport license is 1 year of shooting without own pistol, only borrowed from club. Second year, low caliber pistol, 4.5mm. Third year, heavier caliber pistol, 9mm and up. Fourth year is all allowed. I like it. That sounds reasonable to me. It kind of doesn't allow you just to grab a high caliber straight off and go, yeah, let's start shooting things. That's where it introduces you to kind of better handling. Your wheels squeak. Let's give this a save. Just going to pause the music for a sec. And then we'll hear the sound effects and then go back to the music. Is it playing the music? Is it playing the sound effects? Playing the music. So music off. Sound effects up. Not hearing the squeak. I know what I didn't do. I didn't link it, did I? I need to link that to need to do this whole business here. Oh, so to put things in perspective, the new air rifle is going to cost me around 2k. Wow. I just love shooting on my own property. Yeah. If there's any kind of any hobbies are going to cost you a fortune no matter what. Let's give that a save, go back. I wouldn't like to think the amount of money I've spent on my hobbies. Right, let's try this. Needs to be more of a quicker swing of a sound. Current air pistol, which is a great professional one. Paid 0 for one. Nice. How did you manage to do that? Was it given to you? Probably just need the tail end of the sound effect. Father bought it in the 80s. They discontinued it and sought after by competition shooters. British, by the way. Oh, nice. Right, we need to change this. Let's just have this bit here. Maybe just this little bit. Maybe that. Honest player review. I'm already sick of that sound. Just imagine playing 15 minutes. Yeah. One of the reasons I didn't really think about it. But it's on the feedback from Cobbler, so I thought I'll give it a go. It's too high. Probably need to pitch it down, I suppose. Let's try grabbing just that bit. And let's zoom in. We want to pitch it down so it's not so squeaky in your ears. Where's the pitch? Change pitch. I want to go clay disc shooting at some point. Ever done that? Never did. Seems fun. I have. Did it with a over-under shotgun. That's where you got the barrels, 2 barrels, one on the top, one on the bottom. And you go different stations. So you have ones that fire across, ones that fire up, one that fire away, one that fires towards you. But I wasn't too bad at that actually. I managed to shoot most of the clay discs. It's got a lot of fun. Because it kind of, you think about how many shooting games you've played on a computer or on console, and like learning to kind of shoot slightly ahead of a target within a game. The game's got a good enough kind of simulation of actual shooting. You're kind of learning to point just ahead of where it's moving. And you kind of follow it and fire just ahead. It hits it and you just see the disc explode. How was the recoil on those guns? They seem heavy. It's not too bad. It's just the same as someone that's kind of pushing into you. Like if someone were to put their hand on your shoulder and just do that, it's not like a full throw back. It's like you just feel it kind of push into your shoulder slightly. So yeah, they're not too bad a recoil on that. But you do have to still hold it quite steady, and you get like a slight jolt as you fire. But it didn't leave a bruise or anything, so it wasn't too harsh. But that is kind of like a shotgun shell. So they're more of a... The velocity is not too high on those. But yeah, I enjoy it. I definitely would do it again. Can we pitch it down? I've lost it. Where's the pitch go? Change pitch. Change pitch and speed, I suppose. Oh, you can do it by vinyl. That's interesting. So Audacity's got a vinyl pitcher. So you can change it from a 33.5 RPM to a 45 or 78. Oh, that sounds a bit better. See what else we can do with this. Change the tempo. And go back to pitch, so we can pitch it down. Pitch and speed goes this way. Speaking of Britain, I found the most perfect combination of two cultures your English conquered. Okay. I found some kind of folk band that mixes Scottish and Indian music. It's magnificent. Oh. What I want to do that with food, I don't need spicy haggis. If I was going to eat haggis, I'll probably need it to be spicy. It doesn't really sound appetizing otherwise. Fair enough, masker taste, yeah. It might taste nice, I don't know. Never tried it, probably never will. But yeah, Scottish Indian mix. It's got visions of a bagpipe and a sitar. It's too intestine for me, even if the taste is nice. Can't get my brain accepted. Yeah. Yeah, it's all the bits that you wouldn't normally eat. And I don't typically go in for bits that aren't usually on the table. Like, there's so many. I know it's kind of like making full use of an animal. But no, I can't be doing with all those extra bits. No, at one stage, sort of, you had to. Kind of like, well, you don't have a lot of resources available, you eat what you can. Celtic Indian folk music, bagpipes and bhangra. Nice. I shall give that a listen. A bit off the stream. What's the time looking? Oh yeah, I've got plenty of time. I'm gonna export this and see how this sounds in place. Remove that one, replace that one. Export, yes. Delete. And then replace with wheel squeak. Save. See how it sounds. I think I can't play the sound effect every time it loops around and moves. It has to continuously loop the sound effect until I let go of the key. That's what I'm going to have to do, I suppose. I feel that's going to be annoying though. This sounds more of a sci-fi thing. It's an Indian lady and her cover of Scotland the Brave. She calls India the Bold. Ooh, nice. Oh, nice. Cool, I'll check that one out as well. Now, I've noticed another issue here. Because I've only got one sound object in the game that is handling sound effects. Like there's one, think of it like a little cassette player, I suppose, or a vinyl player. So every time you want to play a sound effect, you have to load the music into it, hit the play button, And when you want to play another sound effect, you got to load another one in and hit the play button. But that means you can only be playing one sound effect at a time. So if I hit the tree and then immediately turn, it cancels the tree sound effect because it gets replaced by the turning sound effect. So I can either just ditch the turning sound effect completely, because it works fine when you hit a tree followed by the building. Okay, fuck, yeah. Because, yeah, it'll cancel the tree sound effect when it hits the building, but that's fine by that point, because... I listened to it in full, and about 2 minutes in, some chaff starts rapping. Oh dear. That was not needed. No, that's a shame. Oh, parts are great. Yeah, I wonder if there's like a instrumental version. Or a non-rap version. So that bit works. I'm going to ditch the turning sound effect. I'm sure, as you said, it's going to be annoying if every time you go to twist like this, it's making a sound. Especially, you got music in the background that covers the silence, and then the sound of the tree. And the brick. We'll break that up. Yeah, let's forget about the let's forget about that sound effect for now. I'll keep the code in there, but I'll just disable it. Let's just disable that there. So I don't think that's going to work. Maybe if I find a better way of it doing that, I don't know, but I'll have to rework the sound effect part of the game. So that sounds solid. I like that. Because again, I'm not sure if you need a sound effect of it launching, like a whoosh, like the sound of the wood, kind of like. I don't know, what did Cobbler say? Catapult rotation sound effect for rotating the catapult. Yeah, we won't. I don't think we'll look into that any further. Damage display. Yeah, that depends on if we add additional damage modifiers. Impact variety. So we need more sound effects for the rock hitting the building. And then we've got point system, hiding controls. Tree sound effect we've done. Guard limitation. Okay. So what we'll do, we'll hide these controls down the bottom here. We'll put a button to hide those controls. In the meantime, let's continue playing. Grim Path. She did a Power Rangers bagpipe cover. I love this lady. I love Power Rangers. Yeah, absolutely love Power Rangers. That's cool. So we'll look at UI next then. But yeah, I need to find some more sound effects for the impact sounds. I'm quite happy the trees only having one sound effect. Like, you're not supposed to be hitting the trees very often. And no matter what you hit the tree with, it's going to pretty much sound the same. So that's okay, whereas everything else, the different things like the rock, the pumpkin, the chicken, the barrel, all those things are going to have different sound effects when they hit. So I just need to put a bank of sound effects against each object, just to make it more interesting. Well, that will require a structural change. Let's go to the UI canvas. So we'll hide these ones here. Probably put them up here. Put another button up under the hints button here. Let's fly over to the UI section. Show hints button. So what we want to do is to probably copy this and then move it down. We'll need to go into Photoshop and make another button, of course. Let's rename that show controls. Show controls button. Castle.show hits. Castle.show hits. Or hints, not hits. So we need to make a new script in there. Let's edit that script. Show hints. There we go. Show building, destroy building. It probably doesn't need to be in here actually, does it? Let's have a look at projectiles. Where's that going? Interesting. Okay. Move that down there. Oh yeah, UI controls show projectile menu. Options menu, projectile. So I think I probably need to add something to here. Oh, you can't see it on your screen, can you? On the stream. When I move my mouse, I've got an extra window popped up. So UI controls script. Let's have a look at UI controls script. So we've got projectile menu, options menu, play UI. So I think play UI is what I want to control anyway. Is it? Oh, game controls is what I want actually. Yeah, I want to be able to hide those. And what script has game controls? Suppose. So the thing is, when at the moment, those get shown at the start of the level, and then probably have to have something when you push the keys. So if you push A, D, or spacebar, that these controls immediately hide. Because okay, you're using your keyboard, but they will be on screen until then, or this button here. Tell you, you push the A, the D, or the spacebar, these buttons disappear, and the button to show the controls appears. So you go, okay, we've hidden the buttons for you, but you click that and it brings them back again. So I think that's probably the way it's going to have to go. So that means I'm going to have something that has game controls in it and that button in it, and basically does the same as projectiles, right? Shows and hides things. Shouldn't be too complicated. What's this UI controls doing? Projectile selection options. I could put it into here. Yeah, let's have a look at the UI controls. We had this open here. Show menu. Active self. Projectile menu. Active self. Set active. Okay, let's go. Let's put a thing in here. We'll use this. So we've running out of music for the moment. Let's put the jazz cats back on for a moment. So the UI controls, we're going to want to have 2 more objects in here, and we want a public void show play controls. Let's go Boolean. Let's go bool. Bool hide. Let's go show actually. Let's call it show. Save that, go up to here. Play controls. So show controls button. Sector active, show. What do I call the other bit? Show controls button. I'll do that. Cool. So if we call that function with a true, it will show the controls and hide the button. We call that function with a false, it will then hide the controls but then show the button. So it's now just a question of calling. Oh, I need to link them in there. So drop back to here. So game controls, call it play controls, it's game controls. And we want the show controls button into there. When we click that button, let's go UI controls, show play controls, true. So it automatically hides when you push the key, but pushing the button will show it again. Cool, so that's the one way round. So we now need to, when we push the keys, keyboard controls is over here. There you go. Let's have a look at that script. So when any of these keys are pushed, so input magnitude does not equal that. Are these even used, these ones? Power key held. Power key held, power button held. Let's put a function down here. So private void hide controls. Do that. And we can't put it there because as soon as you push the button it'll disappear. And that'll be quite annoying. So we do need to put another F in here. So if power key held, thank you, predictive coding. If power key held, high controls. We can put it in here as well. So we can just put it here actually. So this is saying there's an input of magnitude, because the left and right controls are effectively joystick controls. So when you push left and right, it's pushing a 1 or a -1 on the joystick. And the 1 is usually right and -1 is normally left. So I could change this code to a joystick code by saying, okay, if it's 0.5, move half the distance compared to if it's 1, and move the full distance. Or I could just use the value and move exacts. But we'll do that for now. So we've got it supposedly hiding controls. We do need it to call UI controls. Suppose I could find it. I do have code that finds stuff, don't I? let's grab this sound effects code here. And call that UI install controls and go UIC. Too bad you don't speak Dutch. Besides my stream server, I have a completely Dutch server which is mostly run by my friend who also owns Minecraft server. But I'm the original creator and owner. It's chaos in there. Yeah, I've considered learning a bit more Dutch. I only know a few phrases. A few? Probably a couple of phrases. Not enough to read Dutch. Yeah, maybe one day. Any time of offensive or disgusting is in there. Cool. So play control, show play controls true, false, false. Latest addition to the 200 plus themed channels we have is the fart description one, where server members describe the sound, intensity, and precise smell of every fart they do. Wow, that's quite a channel, that is. Got some red text there for a moment because it was trying to compile stuff while I was still changing the code. See how this works. Oh, crashed. Also have multiple channels, 100% dedicated to the one friend and describing his daily behaviours. He's not in there. I guess so. Object reference not set to instance of architecture. That might make sense. And giving object with tag. We need to change the tag. We're all big fans of him. He used to be, but then he got into fights with people over most things. That's a shame. Got UIC. UIC. Let's try that. Lil Wayne released a metal rap song where he also screams. It's actually nice. Oh. Yeah, you sometimes get these surprises. UIC is not defined. Oh, because I probably didn't tag it. Oh, of course. Oh, that's annoying. You make anything while in the play mode, it's basically temporary. So it allows you to kind of mess around while the game's running, add a few things, see what happens, and when you quit the game, all those changes are lost. Which, if you're wanting to keep those changes, are annoying. But at the same time, you don't have to worry about messing the game up. Right, let's try again. Server's mostly a group of friends who are into anything weird and extreme, pushing boundaries of what we think is weird. Oh, that's cool. It's good to have spaces like that, where you can sort of just not worry and just let loose with all your crazy thoughts. Okay, so that's not doing what I expected it to do. Well, that bit worked at least. Why is it not hiding the game controls? Like when my old friend server got invaded by trolls that posted poop sex pics everywhere. I went in and I was like, what you panic about? This is mainstream poop sex. We've got the weird, really weird stuff in here. Yeah, this is like this is the tame stuff. We know that bit's working anyway. Try to imagine something and we got worse shit in there. By the way, never criminal gore, just extremely disgusting offensive. Yeah, that's fair. Play controls, play controls. So it's something overriding that. I think I must have something on a loop that's overriding. Wait, sometimes go up another criminal, I think. That's fair. I've seen some pretty weird stuff before people understood that the internet needed to be tamed a little bit. So what is having control of that? No, never mind. Let's forget I told you about the server. Cool, done. Yeah, it's probably for the best. I don't know Dutch. Most of the time, we've been streaming for just over 2 hours. Let's see if we can work out what's showing this. Several icons. My friend's neighbour wearing a homemade diaper. Oh wow, made from a trash bag. Okay, so play UI script has game controls. Let's have a look what's going on here. Ah, there we go. So it's constantly setting these things to active. There's probably a better way of doing this, so let's do it this way. Go serialize field. Boolean level comp and go level comp is false, I suppose. Yeah, false. So that's a false. So level complete is false. So if level complete does not equal level comp does not equal level complete. So level complete, so level comp will be false, level complete will be false. So this if statement wouldn't do anything. Until level complete changes, and we set level comp to true. We'll just set level complete to yeah, that works. I think we'll find out. So basically it's just checking the status each time rather than constantly showing the objects. There we go. Controls hide, show them again. Oh. Yeah, that's not right then. So something's not quite right with the you click the button. Okay. So what's this running? Keyboard controls, hold button right. So that is basically stimulating the keyboard. Let's make two different button functions. So keyboard controls, where's that? There you go. Hold button left, hold button right. So we can't put it here. Unless... because this is just determining that we're moving left to right. We also need to determine whether the button's been pushed or whether it's been a... so hold button left, hold button right. We could probably have a hold key as well. Okay, so keyboard controls. Open input settings, let's have a look. I wonder if it actually the mapping works on the on the joypad. Yeah, I haven't actually mapped the joypad. In theory, I wouldn't mind it actually working on a controller. I just need to sort of allocate the buttons. So is it using the same stuff? Like if I comment that, go save. Do you have joystick accounts since you say you claim you own your name on every site? I might do. I might do. Quite likely I might have set something up. I claim friends I don't like main internet names on every site I find, just in case. I also do variations, that's fair. Yeah, it's just to kind of lock them out. I like it. Friends I don't like anymore, of course. Just checking if I've actually got it set up. Yeah, I've got that name reserved. That's fine. For example, Alpha and Pokeday I don't like anymore. When Kit came out, I know she does, same as you, claim every site just in case. First day I claimed Pokeday, Poke_day, Pokeday_, Poke-day, Pokeday 1, Pokeday with Y, Pokeday YY, and many more. Nice. Yeah, after having to switch streaming sites a few times and finding that someone's already taken your name, it's like, not necessarily out of malice, or they just decided to come up with the same name as you, but didn't realise, or maybe they wanted it, but I already had it. Not nice, but I'm not always nice. But I appreciate your pettiness. Generally, it's not a nice thing to do, but I appreciate the pettiness. Cool, okay. I do with one other person as well. That's fair. Yeah, I need to sort of double check all the streaming sites out there. I've caught most of them. Put my name on there. So the only one I didn't have a handle on, well, the only two, is unfortunately Twitter and Blue Sky. Those two sites, somebody else grabbed my name, but not to be me or kind of take from me, but because they wanted the name. Well, as far as I'm aware, anyway. I also, from time to time, make fake hits for fun. With real pick and talk to random women. I know, nice. Sounds fun. Just catfishing people with hermits. He loves that. I suppose if you actually get a good thing going, then you can hand over and go, put the real guy in charge now. Okay, so the keyboard controls are not running that. So one way to look at this. Used to have 40 plus personalities online for all creeds, colours, genders, just mess with random people. Yeah, I can see that being fun. Some have fights with each other. So entering the realm of split personality, so. I only have one left. I deleted most. Middle-aged fat lady from Selenium who is into Dragon Ball and Kung Fu. Nice. She's banned from every Jehovah's Witness social media page. Every one of them. Every one. The official ones at least. I bet that must have been fun. So, yep, go on, another one. So that works. I'm going to test this and we'll look at wrapping the stream up. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, why did I go wrong here? She's one of my most positive ones. I deleted a lot I had negativity on them. Some went so deep into negativity it made me feel depressed. Ah, yeah, that's why you kind of pull you into it yourself. Even put X-1. She doesn't catfish, just likes to vibe. She's married and likes to watch Dragon Ball and Kung Fu movies with her husband. She lives in the southwest region of Amsterdam, born in Suriname, but moved there when she met her husband while she was visiting family. He is a Suriname descent but born in the Netherlands. Nice, quite a good character. Very inventive. What go with that for? Of course, many detailed backstories. This is tip of the iceberg for her. But sharing her whole life would have us sat here till tomorrow. Have you ever thought about writing short stories about these people? As if they're like, I don't know, what would you do? Like a day in the life. It's not even. She's really about world peace. She offered to make curry for all the world leaders, have them talk over curry, some weed, kung fu movies. No one replied. Yeah, I reckon that's a noble cause. Honestly, if we had a big table and everyone sat down and actually had a curry, actually message all official government Facebook pages. Yeah, all they really need to do is, sit down, have a meal, and discuss it. 0 replies. You would have thought you'd at least have some kind of automated response saying, "Well, thank you for reaching out. Unfortunately, this is not something we would take up." I would send if a post to her weren't in touch yet. So. No automated either, just 0. See, none of them actually after world peace. Yes, sir. Imagine replying, "I'll be in big problem. Need to hire an actor." Yeah. Or just say that she wasn't feeling well, but she sent you instead. Right, just go try this. Trump probably doesn't listen to him. Oh no. So that is definitely doing a thing. Full screen is false. This one's true. Try putting that down there. See if that makes a difference. You know, I actually sometimes lose myself in it. I was once it was her husband's birthday, and I actively went to Facebook group about his favourite music genre to ask for people's ideas. Completely not needed, but I did. I suppose it's probably a nice escape for yourself. You go, okay, just play this character for a little bit, have a bit of fun. And there are people who play that with all kinds of characters. Let's put it inside of these if statements. Used to have random pics of a woman that fits her look in my head as a profile pic. After some moments didn't feel good. Now I just have the cinnamon flag as profile pic. That's fair. Maybe I need to do this the other way around. So maybe rather than on screen, it needs to be keyboard. No, I can't do that though, because the keyboard's automatic, it's just there. So it's got a magnitude. I'll check to see if the on-screen control is false. Let's see if not on-screen control. Shouldn't make much of a difference, but I would like to meet her one day. Some of my olds don't want to meet, so I delete them. That's quite nice. You actually come up with a character that you yourself would quite like to be in the room with. It's very easy to create something that is the opposite of who you are and what you wouldn't want, or something that's so crazy you go, actually no, this person might be annoying to me because I can switch them off in my own scenario when I want, but if they have free reign and to carry on with this personality, that'd be too much. I'm just going to see if that changing the if statement to a and not makes any difference. Don't think so, but didn't think so. I mean, short story sounds nice, but how interesting is a short story about a woman who likes to cook and watch movies? True. Yeah, I suppose so. Typical everyday people don't make for interesting stories. Unless it's been put into a scenario. Like the ordinary person put into this scenario, like how would they react? Maybe something is possible. Some comedy, yeah. Like you think of the typical sitcom, like there's, especially in British sitcoms, I'm not sure how it would work in other scenarios, but British sitcoms, there's ordinary people which don't seem like much, but they just happen to get into a situation that becomes funny because they got some kind of quirk to them. It's an anime genre called slice of life. Ah, yeah, that kind of thing would work. You actually have older English programs like Faulty Towers, where it was just inspired and written about a guy who ran a hotel down by the beach, and he wrote it about this how funny some of the situations can be. It's a daily life, people, mostly comedy. I've actually watched one that had no comedy, no drama, literally just life. It was boring as fuck. I love Faulty Towers, grew up on it. My father has a VHS box set with all episodes. Nice. Yeah, Faulty Towers was written by John Cleese about a hotel he stayed in once. And specifically about the manager there. So it's completely inspired by real life events, but he kind of made it funnier. I think in fact was yeah, the place Nix and I went to last week. I think that's where it's from. Yeah, the Glen Eagles Hotel in Torquay, Devon. It's a 41-bed establishment, opened in the 1960s, was the inspiration for Faulty Towers. Yeah, so Nix and I were probably quite easily been near that place. Not even realised it. How close do we come to it then? Yeah, we could have driven there in like 5-10 minutes while we were down there. Didn't realise it was that close. But yeah, should have gone along, see if they did anything about it. Sort of any fun things to see. Never mind. Don't know how we're going to get around this, because it's the same bit of code. This bit of code runs whether you tap on the keyboard or click the screen on-screen controls. So what we'll do, we'll delete these because we know that that's not working. And we'll think about another way. But I'm going to wrap the stream up because it's getting quite late. And I don't want to keep you guys, I know you're very dedicated. But I'll have a think about this off stream and see if I can come up with a solution. Let's switch the camera over to the big face. Now think some logic. Oh, I'm very awake. I can go and cause chaos somewhere else. Yeah, I'm starting to I'm getting to the point where my brain's not calculating stuff anymore. So it's not a good headspace to be trying to work out coding and logic. Thank you for the stream. Have a good night. Thank you both for being here. I do appreciate it. Epic is always awesome. And thank you very much who's been lurking and dropped in to say hello. Epic. So E. Baxter and Jaw Slayer, forgot his name for a second there. Have a great weekend and good night. Thank you, Lisa. I hope you do have a great weekend as well. Back on Monday, do some Stardew Valley. Quite happy for that. And there won't be a stream next Friday. Busy next Friday. Am I busy next Friday? I think I'm busy next Friday. Double check. I'm not busy next Friday. So there should be a stream next Friday. So yeah, we'll do more of this next Friday. And I'll probably have a think off stream as well. But thank you all for being here. Hope you have a good night. Have a good rest. And I shall see you all on Monday. Good night.